Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So in today's video, I'll be making a palazzo trouser with a zipper. So guys, if you're interested, continue watching the video and let's get started. So guys, I'll be folding my fabric into two just like this, and I'll be drawing a straight line just to serve as my base. So for this palazzo trouser, it will be having a 2 inches band. So my band will be 2 inches wide. So like this, I'll be removing that 2 inches upward, and I'll be placing my vertical measurement. And my vertical measurement, I'll be going for the crotch measurement, the hip measurement, and the thigh measurement. So guys, you will have to be very careful while measuring your crotch measurement so that you will not make mistake of maybe it will be too tight or too small or anyhow. So here I'll be placing my knee measurement, and my knee measurement is 22 inches, and I'll be placing the length of the trouser of which I'll be using, I think, 40 inches, and everything together with the stitching allowance. So the crotch measurement I'm using here was, I think, 11 inches. Yes. So here I'll just be placing my measurements just like so, and my hip measurement is 9 inches. So the next thing I'll be doing is that I'll be drawing a straight line across everything. So guys, if you don't know where your thigh measurement may be, your thigh measurement is usually 2 inches below the crotch measurement. So it's 2 inches below the crotch measurement, and I'll be drawing a straight line just the way I'm doing so. So guys, as you can see, I'm basically just drawing line across the vertical measurement that I made earlier. So I'll just be drawing horizontal line across them. So the next thing we'll be doing is I'll be placing our hip measurement on our crotch line, the crotch line and the hip line. So I'll be placing my hip measurement. As for me, I love to go for, because it's palazzo trouser, I love to add some inches, maybe like 1 or 2 to my normal hip measurement. So I'll just be drawing it like that, and on the waist as well, I'll be placing the same measurement I put there, and I'll be drawing a straight line across it, just the way I'm doing so. So after that, I'll go out by 3 inches depending on how fat the person is. So, and for here I'll just be going out maybe like 1.5 inches, because you don't want it too deep, you don't want that cuff to be too deep. So I'll just be using my cuff to just smoothing the line to the straight line I made earlier. I'm sorry, my chalk is not very clear here, but if you can follow what I'm saying, you'll be able to get it. So guys, so whatever I'm having at the crouch line, I'll be dividing it by 2, and I'll be placing the half of it on the thigh line, the knee line, and as well as the ankle line. So that's basically what I'll be doing. I'll be dividing by 2, and I'll be placing it like that. So for the thigh measurements, I'll be dividing my thigh measurements by 2, and I'll be placing half of it around it, just the way I'm doing. So like, make sure that you are putting half at both sides. So for my knee line, I'm using, I think, 13, so that will be 6.5 on one side and 6.5 on the other side. As well as the what's it called, the ankle line, I'll be placing like 5 inches at one side, or 6 inches at one side and 6 inches at the other side. Just make sure that you want it to be the same. So on the waistline, you'll be placing your waist measurement here. For me, I normally don't add that to my waist line, and it works for me. Not every time though, but most of the time I don't add that to my waistline. I basically just sew it like that, and I'll be placing my waist measurement just like that. And the next thing you want to do is to just use your cuff to connect your waist to your hip, just the way I'm doing so. And you just basically connect all the dots you have, making sure you don't have any sharp edges, just like that. So basically what I'll be doing is that I'll just be using my ruler or cuff to connect all my dots. So guys, as you can see, I'm basically just connecting my dots. I'll be doing that for the hip side, and as well I'll be doing that for the inner side, which is the tile side. So I'll just be connecting the dots together with my ruler, making sure that everything is smooth and we don't have any sharp edges. After that, I'll be cutting it out. So before cutting it out, I'll mark half of an inch at that side, that front side, and I'll just smooth it to the line, but I'll not be cutting that half of an inch yet because I'll be using this front to cut out my back. The next thing I'm doing here is that I'm just cutting it out, and you'll be having two panel separate. So you'll be using this particular panel to cut out the back, because basically that's what I do. So guys, after cutting, I'll be placing one of these, the one with my root, I'll be placing it on another folded fabric, making sure I have extra inches above and extra inches beside, just like that. The next thing I'll be doing is that I'll be extending the crouch line just the way I'm doing so, and as for the waistline as well, I'll be extending it upward, and for the crouch line I'll go down by half of an inch just the way I'm doing so, and I'll just connect it just like that. Like, I'm just basically going half of an inch down. So the next thing I'll be doing that I'll be marking 2 inches all around, just like that. I'll just be marking 2 inches from the crouch, like just from the front panel that I drew earlier, that I placed on it. I'll just be marking 2 inches like that, and I'll be connecting it with my chalk just like that. So the next thing is that for this part, for my waistline, I'll be going up by 1.5 inches. You can set to go up by 1, but for me I love to go up by 1.5 inches because the person I'm dealing with have a big bum. So the next thing I'll be doing is that I'll just be drawing a straight line to join the front waistline. So the next thing is that you want to make sure that you have exactly the same measurement you are having on the waistline of the front as the back as well, making that line. And the next thing is that I'll be connecting it to my hip line just like that. Don't forget that this particular palazzo trouser is having a 2 inches band on top. So just like that, I'm just drawing a curve to meet my hip part. So I'll just be marking 2 inches around. I'll just be marking 2 inches just like that, making use of the front panel as the starting point. You understand what I'm saying? Just mark your 2 inches all around your fabric just like that. And when you are done, the next thing I'll be doing is that I'll just be cutting it out. So guys, as you can see, I've already cut it out just like that. And the next thing for me to do is that I'll be removing half of an inch that I drew earlier at the front. I'll just be removing it like so. So the next thing is that I'll go ahead and cut my 2.5 inches width band, because you know, after sewing it, the half of an inch for the sewing and the 2 inches for the band, after cutting it, I'll make sure that I'm having the front to be the same, and for the back I'll cut the band separately. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like for the front, I'll first of all join the crouch line before joining the band, like so. Like I'll first of all join the crouch area before joining the band for the front, but for the back I'll first of all join the band separately just like that before joining my front side, like the crouch. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I first of all join it like that separately, but for the front it will be together. So here guys, as you can see, I've already joined the back here. This is my back. You can see it is already joined, and for the front it's only having one panel, just the way I explained earlier. So after that, for the side, I'll just go ahead and join one side of my of my trouser. And for the right side, I'll make sure I leave this zipper allowance, like the zipper space, and I'll like fix my zipper, or you can just leave it. After then, I'll go ahead and sew the inner part of the trouser just like this. You can sew it half of an inch. You can decide to maybe give some allowance, I don't know, depending on your preference. So after that, I'll fix my zipper, I'll join it, and I'll finish up my trouser. And after that, this is what you'll be having, this beautiful palazzo trouser, just like that. So beautiful. So guys, that will be all for the tutorial. As you can see, it came out beautiful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.